Ahoy, shipmates! This is the Oceania Marina. Just coming back to the UK for the first time after a refit. As you can see, she's looking very shiny and white. I believe she's a bit of a paint job on the outside. They've refreshed some of the IT on board, moved a few of the restaurants around. And as it happens, I was invited to go on board and experience the new restaurants. Particularly, I was interested in the private dining room, which is located between the two fore restaurants right at the top there. There's a restaurant on the port side and a restaurant on the starboard side. But right in between is a private dining room that you can book up in advance. Apparently really popular, and you see right over the ship. And there we go. That's the private dining room. How great is that? I was fed a 5-course meal on board, starting off with a Chesapeake Bay style crab cake. Yum, that was rather good. Then we had the beef filet mignon with potato gratin, creamed spinach and truffle sauce. Followed by triple chocolate brownie with salted caramel and vanilla ice cream. I must say I cleansed my plate after that. And finally we had some petit fours. Right, after that, I managed to get outside and do a bit of droning, because obviously that's what this channel's about, not Captain stuffing his face. The Oceania Marina is a slightly older ship, built in 2011. He's 13 years old. She has a maximum passenger capacity of about 1,200 passengers, which, considering her size, is not that many. She's 66,000 gross tons. The way Oceania Cruises operates the ships is they like to have slightly bigger cabins and slightly bigger public spaces, so it doesn't feel quite as jam-packed as it could be. 15 decks in total, and typically there's 800 crew on board. It's 251 metres long and 32 metres wide. Powered by a 40,000 horsepower engine. Build costs approximately 500 million US dollars. And for the keen-eyed individuals amongst you, you may notice this is not the port of Southampton. In fact, I am down in the port of Portsmouth. You can see the Spinnaker Tower in the background there, as well as HMS Warrior and the historic Dockyard Museum exhibits there in part of Portsmouth. It's not often that we see the Oceania ships here in Southampton, or in Portsmouth for that matter. They are slightly smaller, so they tend to have a varied itinerary as they sail around the world. They go into a lot smaller ports. They also like to stay longer in the ports, not necessarily overnight, but they will try and stay in longer so you can actually go out and experience the port in the evening. As they are also a bit smaller, one of the things they like to do is incorporate local entertainment. So while you're in a port in somewhere in the Mediterranean, they will seek the services of local musicians and entertainers to come on board in the evening and entertain you, and then they'll depart before the ship leaves. I thought it was a jolly good idea to immerse yourself in the local culture. Quite different here to the port of Southampton. There are a couple of military naval ships here. Looks like the aircraft carrier may or may not be working. They've had a series of issues with that. Well, it's a perfect day. I forgot to take any photographs this time. I was rather rushed. I forget how quickly the ships come into Portsmouth compared to the port of Southampton. I've got a lot more time to compose myself and get ready and take pictures, whereas here they just seem to whoosh in rather quickly. The Oceania Marina is just heading around the corner there, pretty much in the middle top of our screen. That's where she'll berth, and that's where I got on board and had a day on board and experienced a lovely 5-course lunch. Well, I've enjoyed that one, shipmates. Until next time.